It's time for
Food Adventure Program for Awesome People! The Kimbap Edition.
This time I said it right, because last time I kept going Wonderful Adventure Program for Awesome People. Remember we took it like 4 times?
That's whap-up! So we realized with a lot of these fat fasts that we're really quite mean to you. We keep on teasing you with all these sexy food shots that you can't have, so we figured why not show you something that you can make at home instead.
Yeah. Now some of these ingredients might be difficult for you to find if you don't have like an Asian supermarket in your neighborhood. Hopefully a Korean Asian supermarket.
Make it more authentic.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do is Martina's gonna show you the traditional kimbap recipe, and feel free to do whatever you want. We're just gonna give you like the base ingredients, and then maybe you can make your own remix kimbap.
We've done some kind of like fusion kimbap. So we're Canadians and it's Korean, so it's Korean.
Indians.
Canarian.
Canaries.
Canarian.
Canarian.
Canadian. The kimbap making mobile.
AKA the kitchen.
Oh
You're
God.
supposed to go that way.
Oh, you startled me. I didn't see you come in there. Oh, and me in my state. My goodness. I should go fix myself up. Well, I guess it's too late now that you saw me this way. I thought today we could do something traditional from the traditional cookbook. Casserole, chicken and dumplings, kimbap, you know, the normal kind. I heard some of you out there were like, isn't that like Japanese sushi?
Well, it's not. It's not even similar, and I'm really sick and tired of people saying that.
I mean,
Sushi is totally different than kimbap. I understand why people call it Korean sushi because it has a similar shape to the actual California rolls, which people are used to seeing, but it's totally different in taste. So if you come to Korea, you're gonna be completely surprised. Kimbap is like the sandwich of Korea. When people go on picnics or when they go on adventures, they need something to munch on, people pick up kimbap. That's really hard to say. Simon, people pick up kimbap. Go, 5 times fast.
People pick up kimbap, people pick up kimbap, people pick up kimbap, people keep pick kimbap.
Okay, my turn. People pick up kimbap, people pick up kimbap, people pick up kimbap, people pick up kimbap.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go over the ingredients. First up is kainip. This is actually sesame leaves. They're a little bit bitter and have, I don't know, really strong taste. And at first we didn't like them, but now we totally love them. If you don't have this in your neighborhood, you can just use spinach and you can just like saute it really lightly, maybe with a little bit of sesame oil, but you don't want to make it like super cookie, mushy spinach and that would
Super
be sad.
cookies. Super cookies sound delicious.
Super, oh, you mean like a cookie? I don't mean a cookie, I mean like super cooked cookie. Next up, artificial crab. I'm sure you could use real crab if you're certainly really rich and have the time to like crack open and pull out all those little crab bits. We're also gonna be adding processed cheese. I know this seems kind of like a North American thing, but Korean people really do put processed cheese in their kimbap.
Why does it seem like every time we cook something in Korean, we add processed cheese to it and it weirds people out? Like ramen and now this.
Because cheese is delicious.
You make a very good point.
I know. Next up is burdock in English, which I actually had to look up the Korean to find out what it was in English because I didn't know what it was. It's actually made from thistle plant. I don't know. You know thistle, like the ones that you step on and they get caught in your pants and you're like, there's thistles everywhere! Ah, ah. No, just me. I actually don't like it that much. I find it just like flavorless and weird and crunchy and chewy, but if you would like to make a more traditional kimbap, you should probably seek that out. Next up is danmuji. This is moo. Moo is like a gigantic radish, those huge white ones. And if you guys watch Spirited Away, there's a part in Spirited Away where there's the radish spirit in the elevator with the girl, and she's like this huge white guy, and he like looks at her and it's really awesome. And this has been pickled, that's why it is yellow. It's not normally yellow. It's pretty
Pickling
good.
things makes them yellow? Why are my pickles green then?
Well, if you pickle the moo cabbage and the go for it. Okay, one of the last ingredients we have here is gim. This is special for, oh, gim, I'm like, it's gim, everyone knows what gim is, it's seaweed. And this is like a gigantic piece of seaweed, so you don't want to get the little packages, or you'd have really cute little beaver kimbaps. Simon, why don't I make baby kimbap rolls? I have little tiny packages inside the cupboard.
Answer is no.
Ooh. This is what you need for the outside of your kimbap, and I also have some raw eggs. We're gonna be just taking the eggs and pouring them over on top afterwards.
Not raw.
I make a joke. Simon even fell for a joke. I saw his face. He's like, what do you talk about, woman? We're gonna be frying this in a pan like an omelet. We're then slicing it up into little thin pieces. For sauces, we're gonna add mayonnaise. Oh, mayonnaise. Korea loves its mayonnaise. It's on all types of things, pastries and in kimbap and on pizzas. And this particular brand of mayonnaise is my favorite because it's called delicious mayonnaise. Why buy any other kind if you could buy delicious mayonnaise.
Word.
They're like, delicious mayonnaise, poopy mayonnaise, so-so mayonnaise. This mayonnaise is not very good, but above the poopy mayonnaise. And you're like, choices. And last we have sesame oil. We're just gonna be using that to brush on the outside afterwards. It gives it like a nice flavor.
I feel like I'm forgetting something important, Simon.
Nom nom nom.
What am I forgetting?
Nom nom nom.
What's that?
Nom nom nom.
Oh, Mr. Cuckoo Rice Cooker.
Forgot about him. Rice! We need rice. Last thing you need is a rolling mat. You can actually get these in Japanese or Korean stores. It doesn't matter what kind you're using. You'll need that for actually rolling it out. Very freaking important. Now to unwrap all my plastic things. Na 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 na, na na na. Ready? Good to go.
You just dropped some of your crab.
No. All right, we're ready to assemble. I have a little tiny brush nearby, and I have some sesame oil that I'll put on the outside, and I have water because I want to be able to like seal up the roll after I roll it. I actually feel really nervous to do this, even though I've done it before like a lot with like my Korean friends and my students. I just feel like nervous to do it on camera because people are gonna be like, your technique's not good, and then I'll be like, sad. I'm only a level white belt when it comes to kimbap rolls. There are two sides to this. There is not shiny side, and then there's Juliet. Oh, na 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 na. Juliet side down. Shut it, shiny. Okay, I just got my hands a little bit wet because I know that I'm gonna be probably patting this down. You're looking for about a cup or less or so. You don't want this to be too thick because as you roll it, it'll get thicker and thicker. And I hate going to Kimbap Chungung and buying kimbap and it's like all rice and a single piece of like tuna or something. And by tuna, I mean canned tuna. So, all right, let's start. We're just gonna start spreading this out like so. This is really toasty and makes my fingers burn a little. But that's okay, cause I worked in a pottery studio. So my fingers are like oven mittens. Thank you, all fired up. Located in Etobicoke for pottery fun. Pretty sure I still remember the phone number, 416-233. Don't remember the rest alive. Putting on the leaves first. This is just to prevent things from becoming too soggy underneath it. Add some mayo. Hopefully I won't be like, mayo! All the way across. Oh God, that's like a lot of mayo.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have to like emergency spread this mayo.
The rice is all hardening up already as we speak.
It's fine. Okay, you wanna roll it and you wanna kind of squeeze as you're rolling in. If you don't apply pressure, then it creates a massive problem.
Okay.
So I'm tucking with my fingers here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna add a tiny dash of water at the edge here. Now I'm just gonna give it some squeezies here.
Perhaps I added a little bit too much mayo.
Does seem that way.
Now to take a paper towel and wipe off the mayo.
That is definitely the part of the process.
It is definitely part of the process. Almost finished. I'm just gonna put a little bit of sesame oil and brush it on the outside of it. So the kimbap roll we made today is kind of like the main basic kimbap roll you can buy in Korea. It usually costs like $1.50 to $2, but there's a whole bunch of different kinds. There's usually about like 5 kinds.
So that's it for this week's food adventure program for awesome people.
Tune in next week for Wonderful Adventure Now Korea, where we go on adventures around Korea now. And by now I mean next now.
Don't forget to like and favorite this video and to subscribe for more Fat Faps.
Now to deliver our excess kimbap to our favorite coffee shop.
Because we can't eat these all.
No, and we're gonna force them to smile. We're gonna be like,
Do you like them? It's our first time we ever made them.
They're going to love the ranch one.
oh, you're gonna have to
It's
warn
going to
them.
be revolutionary.
How are you gonna explain that to them?
I'm gonna be like,
Canadian salsa!
Special Canada salsa!
Oh gosh, okay, let's get going.
Bye guys.